This is Jeff County. They're from Chicago. You know I have my fighting for it. The UWI program was began by the Illinois Black Legislative Caucus to create a program that would assist low-income homeowners with getting their homes weatherized so they would save on energy costs. It was a bill that was passed unanimously without hesitation and assigned to Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity. And the board members were asked to serve by representatives and senators on this board. We had to be vetted and checked out and reviewed, kind of rough. But we made it, and now we're here. Recently, in the past, we funded 3 projects in East St. Louis, because East St. Louis is one of the 5 pilot communities, which are Chicago, Peoria, Rockford, Kankakee, East St. Louis. You got it right. East St. Louis received 3 grants. One was for a home energy auditor, which was provided to SWIC, Southwestern Illinois College, and the other 2 were for weatherization specialists, which were awarded to SWIC and the Emerson Park Development Corporation. Now we're very proud of that we have 2 vendors in this town training people. We have invested over $950,000 in this community to get over 150 people trained and ready to go to work. The key to getting people ready, what we decided to do was do the training first, and then we would start to do the RFP for the homes, which I have been told will hit the street next week. So that RFP will be ready. What we put in the RFP was very unique to some of these programs that have come out from the federal government and state government in the past. We made it a mandatory requirement that any vendor who's awarded these funds must agree to hire 50% of their employees from these training programs that we fund. And we hope that the trainees are successful. I wish I was able to get my home done. I need a new furnace too. But you know, you get the furnace, you get a tankless water heater, installation, windows, doors, $6,500. So it's a great program. I really want to introduce the staff, because we had a staff of 1 for about a year, and I'm surprised she hung in there. I would have quit, because this board can get rough, okay? I want to start with Ms. Carmen Colvin. Stay over there for a minute. Ms. Foster, who was recently hired. All the staff here?
What no? I'm okay.
Okay. I just love it, so excuse me.
Gwendolyn Davis.
Gwendolyn Davis. Y'all left the 3rd person this time, y'all know. But welcome to East St. Louis, folks. I'm very proud of my community. I always work hard for my community. We have some speakers here today, and I want you to really understand what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get the word out about this training. It's free. It's free. It's local. It's in the community. You don't have to cross the river no more. It's right here. Tell people that you know that are out of work to get to these programs and sign up, please. Now let me explain to you how this works, okay? If we don't get this money spent and spent properly, we don't get not another red cent. Okay? This is serious. We've already been told you're not getting any more money until we see all the money gone. But we have to do this. So basically, whatever we have left in the hopper, we plan on spending in this next round of grants. Toward the fall of the year, we will also do another round of training grants. It starts all over again, okay, in these same 5 communities. Okay? So East St. Louis, get ready. You have the RFP to do the work on the home, and you have a second round of training grants that will be coming out in the fall. And I know there's a lot of people here that can be trained with the unemployment rate the way it is in this community, okay? So first, I want to kind of introduce the new acting director of the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, but of course I have to put my glasses on so I can tell you about this gentleman. On April 2nd, Governor Pat Quinn named David Vaught as acting director of the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity. As a small business owner, Mr. Vaught oversees the state agency tasked with growing the Illinois economy through strong outreach with state, national, and international corporations, and using a variety of job growth strategies. An attorney and longtime financial analyst, Vaught previously served as director of the Governor's Office of Management and Budget. As budget director, Vaught increased efficiencies in state government while strategically investing in areas that support economic growth. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the acting director of the Illinois Department of Commerce and Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity. I read your name, Mr. David Vaught.
It's good to be here, Brittany. I really appreciate the chance to come down. Governor Quinn asked me to come down and help kick this off. You know, we went to work on this with the legislature a couple years ago. It seems like it's been a long time since we worked through the idea with the Black Caucus and others to pass that capital bill in April of '09. You may remember that Illinois had not had a capital bill for 10 years. So there wasn't anything like this or any chance of anything like this for a very long period. So we were able to break the gridlock in Springfield. You know, we see a lot of gridlock in Washington, D.C. It doesn't help any people when you're in gridlock. But when you put all the parties together, you sit down, you reach agreement, you work to do it right, which is what Percy says he's been doing with the board. He says it's hard work with the board, but he's determined to do it right. And you work together, you can get it done. So this program is full of double benefits. We've got the largest capital program in Illinois of any state. It's a good thing. It's put a lot of people to work. It's helped boost our economy. It helps make our economy more efficient long term. But what we hear, and I think the criticism we should listen to, because it makes some sense. You know, it's one thing to say, well, some person 100 miles away got a job building a bridge on the highway. It's another thing to say that this reaches into all our communities. So that people throughout Illinois, all of them, the governor likes to say, everybody in, nobody left out. So we begin to meet that criteria, and we begin to see that have impact throughout and all over our state. So in that sense, this program is a double win. This weatherization program is the largest job creation program we have for urban communities. And you heard Carmen Triskova introduced a minute ago. She's working on that, on all those urban initiatives around our state and doing a great job. We're really happy to have it. But it also has a double benefit in another way. And that is it not only through training and the jobs creates the jobs with people doing the work, it also creates a reduction in energy costs for the people that receive the benefit of the work. And that's a very important point, because ultimately this will be available to people. There's an income standard for a family of four, and people that make $42,000 or less, you know, could qualify for this work. So, you know, for a single parent with a child, you know, that's about $34,000 or less. So a lot of people are going to qualify for this, and they're going to end up with a more efficient home. They're going to save money on their utility bills, and so we're going to get a double benefit. And that efficiency is long term. You know, the job comes, you do the work, you move on to the next job sometimes. But that efficiency in the home is going to be lasting. So this training is also going to be lasting, because this is also another double benefit of this program. It trains people, and then, oh, I got trained. Where's my job, right? This program doesn't have that problem. We're going to train people, and then we've got a particular place to put them to work. The training is a specific job, and the job is going to be available. So this is not the training that just ends at the end of the training, and you go, what now? And I think that's a very important double benefit. That's also going to be a lasting benefit. For the person that knows how to do weatherization, the person who knows how to repair or replace inefficient heating or cooling units, who can work on water filters, who can work on insulation, those are lasting skills. Now, this particular grant that we're doing right now, we hope is just one of a series. But $400,000 is real money. We've got the money, it's available. I always hear the question, when I read in the paper, I hear our state doesn't have any money. We have a big budget problem, we can't spend any money. We have capital money. This is a capital program. It was designed to do capital projects. When you do a capital program, you'll borrow the money. And we've already been to borrow the money. I worked in the Governor's Office of Management Budget. We sold those bonds. And the investors were happy to buy our bonds. But they knew we had a plan to pay them back. And so this is capital money. It's available. Nobody's got to wait 6 months to get their check. Like, unfortunately, we still have in some areas, because this is a capital program. So this is really, I think, a great program. I'm really happy to be here to talk about it. I think we'll be working on homes either later this year or early in 2013. And here's the other great benefit about this program. You know, sometimes you hear things at the state level and you say, oh my gosh, they've got $10 million, which is a lot of money. You know, a lot of money statewide. We got a lot more than $10 million for this thing. You know, the bucket is pretty deep. We can keep dipping into it, okay? Because when the General Assembly passed this, they said, and I want to thank all the members of the General Assembly, I don't think any of them are here today, but Senator Claiborne and others were a big part of making this happen. And they deserve some thanks from you and from everybody else. But they said, we're not going to have a weatherization program where we do this $10 million and we run out of money and we can't keep it going. This one's got plenty of money in the well, or in the bucket, I said. And we can keep going to the well to keep it going. So we want this to be sustainable. We want it to make a difference in people's lives, and we think it will. And we want you to keep working together and do it right. If we do it right, we can keep it going. Percy's exactly right. If we do it right, we'll keep it going, and everybody will benefit. So thanks a lot, Percy, for the chance to be here. Edie, you want to stand up? Is Edie here? Edie did get introduced. She also works for DCEO. Many of you may know her. She brought me in there for today. I appreciate that. I think the other people that work with us were introduced. So I thank you for the chance to be here, and let's keep at it. Thank you.
Thank you, Director. Next on the agenda, we were going to have remarks from our mayor, Alvin Parks. He has not made it yet. I know that man is extremely busy, but hopefully he will make it before we finish today. So we will move on to our next speaker, who is representing the Emerson Park Development Corporation, Mr. Philip Humphreys, who is the construction manager at the facility. We'll talk about the Emerson Park program.
Good evening. We are thrilled to death with the opportunities that we have before us with this program. As was stated before, a lot of programs are set up, we do the training, and we do that at our school, and we hope that we can find positions for people to fill those jobs. That's not always the case. So people can't realize their dreams. Training in itself gets you nothing, but training in a job opportunity gets you where you need to be. It's going to give you that opportunity to attain the lifestyle that you need to be successful. It gives you that good family life. It gives you that home, the nice ride. I can't tell you how excited my students are when they heard today that from the ladies that came out and spoke with us, that there was going to be job opportunities for them. That's all they want. That's all they really want. They want that chance to prove themselves. These are people that went through some bad situations, trying to make correct decisions, to make a whole life for themselves, just like you and I have. So we're thrilled to death that we have this opportunity to work with this grant and this weatherization program. At Emerson Park, we train the students in multi-facets, which include RRP training, renovation, repair and painting, OSHA training, CPR, first aid, PAC certification through HPI, and then BPI training in weatherization. They not only learn what to do and how to do it, but how to act while they do that. They learn the life skills necessary to hold a job. Anybody out there that's not working now, that's looking for something better, come see us. We have 3 gentlemen, these are 3 of my instructors over here, that will take your name down for our 3rd cohort, and we'll put you through the training. At the end of that training, I guarantee you, you will know what to do and how to do it, and how to act on a job, how to dress on a job, how to speak when you're on a job. These are the tough things for our students. And there is no age limit anymore. So if you're 50 or 18, come see us. We'll get you set up. We'll get you in this program. And this program will work. It doesn't take much. People think about weatherization. They think, my God, I can't spend $25,000 on windows. The problem is right. In today's economy, that's a tough pill to swallow. But there's a whole lot more to weatherization than just windows. There's a blower door set up over here so that you can get some idea of how you test a house for leakage. Simple things like air leaking through around a window, ductwork leaking, the stack effect. All these things can be addressed well within the budget that we've got set up for here. And these budgets will work, and they will save that customer money. I've had people ask me, well, how many years will it take me to get even if I put $25,000 of windows in? For somebody my age, it ain't gonna work for you. All right? I mean, we just ain't gonna live long enough. But there's still a lot of ways that we can conserve energy. A whole lot of ways. And conserve dollars. And dollars are important. Gas, almost $5 a gallon. If you can save that in your light bulb because you're using LED, it's worth it. And the price of those things that used to be $15 for an LED light is now down to about $7. And it's going to continue to reduce. So there's many different things that we can do, and in Emerson Park, we will teach you all those things. You can go anywhere you want, do whatever you want. I guarantee you, before you're done, if you come to us, you will learn what you need to know to be a professional in this business. Thank you very much.
That's what I'm talking about. Wait till it was part. Good job. They are doing a good job from what I understand. They did submit a good proposal. Switch submitted a good proposal also. So the competition was really easy for me. Thank you very much. The next speaker will be Mr. Bill Rennie from SWIC.
Well, good evening, everybody. It's nice to be here. Nice to see all of you. The thing I'd like to do first is to thank everybody, everybody from the state, our team today that visited us. I want to say thank you. And it's really with great pleasure that I'm able to stand here in front of you tonight. The whole idea of weatherization, building analysis, building science it's not new, but yet it is new in the fact that when we look at it, we look at energy, and some of our instructors, Harold, for example, here is going to talk to you about energy coming 99% from the sun. That's something we're always beat on. But we're looking to reduce our carbon footprint. So as we go through this, weatherization is not just about air sealing. It's not just about floor doors. It's not just about duct pressurization and infiltration and exfiltration. It's really a change in what we're doing. And when we look at what we're doing as we're moving forward, you know, when we think about construction with hammers and nails, that's convention. That's what we always think about. This is really more of the professional side of construction. We are training people to install installations, to air seal, and do all those things, but we have to take our students to the next step. They have to be able to understand building science. And we understand building science about airflow, about heat flow. Those are the things that we're teaching. Those are the things that are taking our students and we have 2 examples here of instructors and students. Those are the things that are taking our students to the next level. Those are the things that are providing opportunity. As we go forward with energy, face it, as already was said, gasoline, look at all the energy prices for it. This is going to keep moving. This is not going to change. This is a brand new pathway. And it's great to be in the beginning of it. we look at BPI and we look at certificates. We hand out associate's degrees, we hand out certificates, we hand out a lot of credentials. This one is unique. This one is Building Performance Institute. This is recognized throughout the United States. So while our graduates may be here in the Metro East, we also have graduates that are now working in Indiana. We have graduates working for Energize Indiana. Now, if you want to send them out to the metro area, absolutely not. That's not the goal. The goal is to do exactly what we talked about, is to be able to build them through building analysts and through envelope specialists and put them in place for themselves. But the reality is, the bonus of this is they can go anywhere with this credential and become employed. So it just doesn't stop here. When we, to be forward-thinking and look at employment, it's a cultural change. In construction, it's a cultural change. And this is part of that cultural change. As we move forward and keep the new sciences that in the 1960s, we were all tree huggers. But now, it is taken a very serious role in our lives. So as our culture changes in construction, it's just not about hammers and nails. It's about building science. It's about reducing our carbon footprint. It's about looking at national bodies, about BPI, and how we can move forward as a group. And, it's Emerson, Park, SWIC, Clean Edison, we all provide education. But the thing that makes it different is the kind of instructor that we have and how it's being taught. So, if I can stand here and say, hey, come to SWIC, I don't want to do that. What I want to tell you to do is take a look at what's important. Take a look at how energy is being used, and take a look at what this grant is providing. It's job opportunities on a program and a career path that is needed. And it's a wonderful opportunity for everybody. So really, that's what I have to say. And I think this is a great thing for the Metro East, and we'd be silly not to embrace it. And we have been embracing it. So I think we should continue, and we do need to enroll. Like it was said, if it's not done, it goes away. Thank you.
Slide it in this. Don't worry about it. All right, we're good. We do have testimonials from people who complete training. Which you always like to hear, right? We all train people just come. I want to talk to somebody to finish. Tell the truth, if you like it. So first, we have Mr. Harold Coleman, who is an alumni of the SWIC program.
Actually, Harold is not alumni of SWIC. Harold is North Star Performance. He's one of the associates that we use for instruction as well as employers and graduates.
That was nice to do, and thank you all for coming out. I'm very glad to be here. Though I was not an enrollee at Southwestern Illinois College in regards to a job training program 2 years prior to being employed as an instructor, my training was funded through grant initiatives in regards to the homeless veteran reintegration program. And I'm thankful and grateful for that training because as a result of that training, I was gainfully employed immediately in the building analysis, in the building science trade. I took to it like a fish in water. I did very well. Ultimately, I did become an instructor at the Metropolitan Training Alliance in Illinois and Missouri, once again, working through grant initiatives. And then I was fortunate enough to join the SWIC family and instruct and meet and share my passion for this planet and for our economy with some of the greatest folks that I've worked for or worked with. I would say, I start by saying that, I use the phrase that we don't borrow or we don't, well, kind of use it. Well, we don't inherit this planet from our ancestors. We actually borrow it from our children. That's the point. Our environment, our economy, the energy resources that we utilize today have to be preserved for future generations. Right now, there are several wasted resources everywhere we go. Not only are our building envelopes or our homes inefficient in utilizing the energy that we get, there are human beings that are a great resource that are being underutilized every day. I'm more than thrilled, more than elated even to be involved with the training of these folks, and now to be involved with directly employing the exact same folks that I was involved in training. It's a perfect situation for me. Not only am I employing the people that I've actually trained, and my company is receiving the benefit of working with these people, my company did not have to pay for their training. As a matter of fact, I got paid to actually train these people. Now I'm fortunate enough to put them to work. So I have a unique position in that I didn't have the actual overhead that would be incurred by a regular company. So in doing that, I've not only employed people that we train, I've actually partnered with a couple of people. They're actually owners of a company, entrepreneurs in themselves. Again, as Bill stated, I start everything I start in every class that I teach in regards to science begins with the most simple and basic life-giving process, photosynthesis. And that photosynthesis is the force that keeps you warm. It's the force that actually feeds you and provides for the labor force that we have. So I'm very glad to be involved with that. I would also say that this is the perfect confluence of a great deal of resources, the perfect plan to rejuvenate and revitalize our community. So many times there is a disconnect. There will be a great policy that's implemented, and a lot of funds that get doled out to implement or to bring these great policies to life. But somewhere along the line, that confluence of resources just does not get done. It's almost like baking half of a cake. I mean, you can eat it, and it's fine, but it's not as good as it would have been if it was actually brought to complete fruition. So, I'd like to thank the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity for funding this. But the great thing about what they did in funding this, prior to funding these programs, they mandated that other programs be implemented so that the folks that would be trained could go directly to work. And it's just a matter of fact that not a lot of people fully understand the breadth and the depth of these efforts. And again, I'm glad that I'm very fortunate, that I've been in the middle of this great effort to revitalize our community. To my right, far right there, is a young man named Lance Powell. I met Lance Powell while I was employed at Southwestern Illinois College. And today, Lance Powell went to work with North Star Home Performance. He's wearing a uniform, he's actually at home. Young man sitting back there wearing a uniform, Robert Davis, is a great, wasted, underutilized human resource. I'm more than happy to say that, today Robert Davis went to work. These men have children, they have families, and they went to work improving the home situation of another 25-year veteran that served her country well in the Air Force for 25 years, and now all of the resources that were brought to bear, that were placed in our hands, are now going towards doing what they were meant to do, improving her situation, saving energy, saving our planet, and providing the income that our families need to continue to grow. The lady whose house we're working on right now, when we complete her home repairs, her home performance upgrade, she'll probably save somewhere between $75 to $100 per month. This is $75 to $100 per month that she's been spending for the last 8 years in this home that she's not getting valuable consideration for. Why? Because she's paying for energy that's not even really contributing to her in-home comfort. And we're going to take that $75 to $100 that's being wasted on energy, put it back in her pocket, and then maybe she can spend that money in another segment of the economy that will also multiply the effect of what we do. Again, I thank everybody for coming out. I urge anyone to tell anyone that you know. I mean, I shot it from the rooftops. I got a collapsible soapbox in my pocket that I'm currently, standing on and telling everyone. And I'd like everyone to help with this. Tell everyone that you know about the great programs that exist in Southwestern Illinois College and throughout the state of Illinois. Because people need to get back to work. And if you don't know, when you know better, you do better. And some people actually, once they know they do better, if you sow a seed, then someday you may see it come to fruition as, you're seeing it come to fruition with Lance and Robert and myself. I thank you all so much.